Hi guys. I wrote a poem slash monologue over the past month about suicide awareness, and since I don't have TikTok, I had Greatness posted for me. Just a quick disclaimer, no counselor or anything has to be contacted for this. This was just what was going through my mind. I don't want to do any of the acts mentioned in this video, so you have nothing to worry about. I hope you enjoy, and here it goes. The morning after you take your life, the night before, you'll reach your breaking point and realize you've had enough. You try calling your friends to tell them what you're about to do, but they've heard the story so many times they don't believe you anymore. You contemplate what to do, if you want to finally be at peace but at a cost, or continue to suffer. You realize you've wasted your whole life being so sad. You say one final prayer and leave. Your mom goes into your room the next morning, ready to wake you up to come eat breakfast, and is met with a sight she never wanted to see. She screams in terror, sobbing on her knees, begging you to come back. Your dad bursts in the room, wondering what's going on, and immediately falls to his knees as well, questioning why it has to be this way. With the little strength he has left, he calls the police, but it's too late. Your own room becomes a crime scene. You didn't want it to be this way. You didn't want people to be upset. You just wanted to finally break from the hell you were put through. Your parents take your phone, trying to piece together what went wrong. They see texts that haunt their heart, messages they'll never be able to unsee. They knew you were so sad, but they didn't think it would get this bad. They never truly understood what went on in your mind, what you had to go through, until now. Barely able to speak, your dad goes to talk to the cops outside, while your mom has to break all the news to your friends. She calls them one by one, barely able to explain what just happened. Your mom and your dad still can't believe that this is their life. You were their world. You were their everything. You were their son. And now you're gone. The next day at school, it's filled with dread. Your principal sent out an email the day before to all the parents explaining your passing. Everyone's sad. You didn't want this. The morning news was canceled. You're on the actual news. On a radio station. Your story. Everywhere. There's an emergency assembly held that day in honor of your life. 99% of the kids in that room had no idea you've been so sad. You hid it so well. Some are holding in laughter, some are crying, and some don't even know what to feel in this moment. Teachers are crying, some you didn't even know. Kids who would see you every morning on the announcements, half of them you didn't even know as well, can't even comprehend they'll never get to see you again. The only thing they have left of you is memories. They're crushed. You never wanted this. The girl who hated your guts is now sobbing, wishes she could have done more and been nicer to you while you were still here. She never saw you so sad. She hated how happy you were. Or so you thought. People don't care until you're gone. They don't reach out until you're gone. They don't wish they could have helped until you're gone. They'll say, I wish I could have done more, but they had every chance to. For 13 years, every single second of that could have been used as a chance to care. But they didn't. Your room stays frozen in time. Nothing moved, nothing donated. Your mom can't bear to go downstairs. She'll get so sad, but she doesn't want to pretend you never existed. Your dad isolates in his room, praying for you to come back. For once in his life, he questions God's plan, why he took you so soon, why life has to be so cruel. You wanted to tell people so bad, at least give them a subtle warning, but you didn't want them to worry. The feeling of wanting to do this never went away. You just stopped talking about it. You felt it every day and begged and prayed for it to come to an end. And it did, but at what cost? The urge to harm yourself sat with you every single moment. You held the blade with shaky hands more times than you can count. You've thought about your funeral more times than your wedding. You were 2 months clean by February 22nd. People cry and question God's plan why you decided to do this such impulsive decision, but they'll never understand. You tried communicating it so hard and they didn't realize how serious it ever was. Until you wake up from this bad dream. You wake up that night, you realize it was all a dream. Sweat dripping, tears down your face that you didn't even know were there. You burst into your mom's room crying, and you say, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mom. I hope you guys liked it.